Welcome back. Let's get chatting with the management of MTAR Tech. They've posted a strong set in the second quarter. Revenues are up 38%. The company is on track to achieve their FY23 guidance as well. We are now joined by Srinivas Reddy, who's the managing director at the company. Thanks a lot, Mr. Reddy, for joining in. Always a pleasure speaking with you. You said you are looking to achieve your guidance for this year itself. Just wanted to understand how much of your remaining order book is executable in the remainder of this year?
Basically, we were expecting a lot more orders in the current year as well. When we set a guidance of 55 to 60%, the rest of the numbers would get executed with the current order book. So that's what it is. So the rest will be carried forward for the next calendar year.
Okay. Sir, can you just guide us in terms of how much you incrementally won in terms of orders this quarter? Because, there was some indication that it could have been to the tune of around 500 to 600 crores. That was your guidance previously. Did you manage to maintain that, exceed that?
We have exceeded that. We have done about 645 crores of orders inflow this quarter. We did mention around 600, so we have done around 645.
And what are you guiding for in terms of visibility that you have for the second half, Q3, Q4, separately or together?
We have already got the overall order book of 850 crores we have set for this year. We have already received that in the first half itself. But we're expecting a lot more orders to flow in Q3 and Q4. So we'll have a very strong order book at the end of the year.
Okay. Strong order book. Specifically, I wanted to ask you about your clean energy vertical, Mr. Reddy, because that's a substantial amount of revenues for you and the order book as well. 172 crore rupees in first half. That's the revenue from this particular segment. What is the incremental growth? H2 execution is better usually. So will you be able to do better in the second half year? And from Bloom Energy, what is the current revenue contribution? And will you be able to, increase it by 3 times? Because that is what analysts are estimating here.
Yeah, see, the second half is going to be much stronger. If you look at the Q2 itself, we have done extremely well. But second half would be much higher than the first half. That's how we have given a guidance of 55 to 60%. Probably we might do it better, but we would like to stick to our guidance as of now. But second half would be much, much higher than the first.
But what about the clean energy vertical? 172 crores in the first half. What kind of growth in the second half are you expecting? And specifically from this bigger client of yours?
Yeah, it will be a lot more than that.
So there's no specific number to that, is it?
Not right now, but overall, definitely we'll do much better, much higher than the we're looking at.
Right. And what about the sheet metal business? I mean, your Adipatla facility was supposed to come on stream. I wonder whether that's come on stream. And once that does, what kind of revenues can you generate from it?
We have already done about 12 crores to begin with this quarter, Q2. And moving forward as well, we have enough orders for the sheet metal unit to execute those in the current year as well as next year.
So what kind of revenue capacity does this plant hold for you?
No, overall, if you look at it, once we get qualified for more and more products, it will even go up to, on an annual basis, moving forward, it can be even 100 to 150 crores. But as of now, we are developing the new products. We are also executing new projects. So we are on track with the sheet metal as of now.
Okay. Just talking a little more about new projects and new initiatives within your space program, the board had agreed to develop a small satellite launch vehicle. And you all were quite optimistic in terms of progress in this quarter itself, in the quarter gone by. Where do things stand currently for you all?
See, we have started a work on that. The design work is going on right now with the R&D, so with the design section as well. So we are progressing well in that. It's a 3-year kind of a program. To actually, that's the vision for us. We are already making the liquid engine, so we have the facilities to do it. Most probably in the month of November, we would sign the MOU with InSpace. That's going to happen in this month. And then we are already progressing internally, we are progressing with our work as far as the project is concerned.
Okay. Last question before we let you go, Mr. Reddy. Your margins are 28% in this quarter. You are guiding for a 30% margin as well. What will lead to this? Will you be able to pass on the price hikes? Will there be a revision in your contracts? And FY18 margins stood at 34%, FY21 margins stood at 34%. By when will you be able to achieve that number back?
See, as I said, the second half, once we're able to achieve much higher revenue growth, obviously we'll catch up on the 1 or 2 percentage points on the EBITDA levels as well. So overall, for the annual guidance, what we have given is 30% with plus minus 100 basis points. We'll be able to catch up on that and deliver that to the investors.
All right, take that point. Thanks a lot for joining in, sir, giving us those details. It is earnings season, earnings coming in thick and fast. At the bottom of your screen, we have the numbers of Adani, Wilmar. Understandably, the margins have collapsed from 3.3% to 1.8 odd percent. The EBITDA is down 40%, and the net profit is down 73%. And that's primarily on account of the cuts that we've seen in the prices of edible oils. And this is something that the company had guided for in their second quarter update as well. The revenue has grown 4.5%. Most of that is largely on account of their non-oil verticals, food, which is growing extremely strongly. So the EBITDA decline was something that the street was anticipating already. The company is given that, though we've seen a decline from the highs on the stock price, currently at the low point. We'll take a short break, come back. It is earnings, so we'll get chatting with Yogesh Malhotra, who's the whole-time director and the CEO of Gravita India, to discuss their numbers.